Here, and I hope that this is recording because it looks like it's frozen here on the screen. Wanting to teach you the 20 breaths. It's part of the spirit module in the mini coaching course. And this is a technique that I came up with, I would say about 7, 8, no, maybe even longer time ago. I wanted to get into a regular meditative practice, but it was so hard to commit. I would do it for a few days and then I would stop. So I came up with this breathing technique, and I had promised myself that I would commit to do it every single day for a year. And sometimes, the day was almost over and I'd get in the bath and I'd do it in the bath, or I'd sit up against the pillows at bed. But once I completed that year, I had this regular technique of doing every day, and it was easy to segue it into a meditation program. So now I meditate pretty much every day of the year for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes even more than once a day. So I'd like to share this with you. It's very simple. It's very relaxing. Hundreds of people have been practicing the 20 breaths, and I get really good feedback about it. So let me guide you the first time, and then you'll find the way that works best for you. So what you want to do, it's really best to do the 20 breaths with your back straight. So you can be sitting down, or you could be lying down, but you're much more likely when you're doing something that's relaxing or meditative to fall asleep when you're lying down. And what you're going to do is start out with 5 breaths where you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you're going to do that gently, not very exaggeratedly. So it's almost as if you were bringing like a thread up to the top of your head. So you're going to breathe in and out. I find that closing my eyes helps me relax more, but you make the decision whether you want to do that. Now, for the first 5 breaths, you're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then you're going to go back to regular breathing, just in and out through the nose. The first 5 breaths are cleansing breaths. So as you breathe in, just imagine that you're taking in wonderful, positive energy. And as you breathe out, anything that's upset you, anything that you've been holding on to, any stress, annoying things, frustrating things that we all wind up with throughout the day, just let them out. Imagine that they're just going out through the soles of your feet to be reprocessed and released. So 5 breaths. And another thing too is that I always count mentally on the exhale, which makes it easy to remember what breath I'm at. So you're going to go to number 5, breathing in, breathing out, taking in everything that is clearing, beautiful, positive, releasing anything that is frustrating, anything that makes you tense, anything that you're holding on to. And then you just go back to breathing just in and out through the nose. So as you're breathing then, and as I exhale, I'm counting number 6 to myself, and I'm going to go all the way up to number 10, and then I'm going to start again from 10 down to 1 for the last 10 breaths. If it's easy for you to count just up to 20, go ahead and do what works for you. I just find that that kind of coming up to that peak and then coming down for the 10 breaths really makes a difference for me. So why don't you close your eyes and do some of this breathing, because after the 20 breaths, you can be complete and stop there. You can keep your eyes closed and do a little bit of a mini meditation. Now, what about your thoughts? What about your mind? Yes, your mind will be busy. Minds do that. The important thing, just focus on the breath. If your mind wants to think about something, don't fight it too hard. Just see if you can kind of come back to the breath and back to the number. And once you reach the number 20 and you exhale, what I do to take you to the next level is imagine that you're going to go from this head area where we spend most of our lives, and you're going to travel down into the heart area, which is a healthier place to be with because it makes you much more in tune with who you really are and what you're really feeling. So let me then have you just close your eyes. Just take a few deep breaths, and we'll imagine that you have gone to your 20 breaths, and let me guide you now. And I want you just to imagine that you are going to move. See yourself as a few inches high, and that you're going to move from that area of your head, that you're in this area of almost like stained glass or pure glass windows like you see behind. That is the head area where you see out of your eyes. And just imagine that you're going to take a mode of transportation to travel down into the heart area. And this can be, as I like to do, it's kind of a winding staircase. I imagine myself going down the winding staircase, pulling down to the heart area. Or sometimes just imagine yourself in a very safe elevator taking you down. Maybe you'll count yourself down and see the numbers changing from 10 to 1 as you count yourself into the heart area. It could be a magic carpet ride. It could be a pneumatic tube, or some magical way that you just take yourself from the head area to the heart area. So let's just try that. Close your eyes and imagine yourself. Let's just do the stairs. Imagine that you have this beautiful spiral staircase. I actually have one kind of behind me that you can see. And that you're walking around in this spiral, moving downwards. Very pleasant. Let it be a very pleasant experience. Any noises around you, they don't need to bother or distract you. Just take yourself down, deeper and deeper. And then feel yourself in this beautiful heart area, and just spend at least a few moments, or as long as you'd like, just communing with the deepest, most heart-centered part of yourself. Just feel safe, secure, loved, loving, lovable, and just be there. Be here now. And when you feel ready to come back to full awareness, sometimes what I do is I just take a nice deep breath, another cleansing breath. And I'm ready to open my eyes. Or sometimes if I felt that I've gone very deep, I count myself up, maybe 1 through 5. This has been the 20 breaths, and I hope it's as helpful for you as it was for me. And I would love to hear your feedback on this below. So I do describe this in the Spirit module. You have it step by step. There's also some articles so that you can see the article there, and it's also in my book, Raw Fusion Living. Thanks, guys. Have a very happy rest of your Saturday.